So yesterday night, I got a chance to go to Carnegie. I've been really curious to get to see how my friend is doing. His name's Father Jason Sharon, and he's the one about 2 weeks ago when one of his parishioners said that he had 5 kids they were trying to adopt from Kiev. He realized that Kiev was getting bombed, and so Friday morning, he got this message on Thursday night. Friday morning, he found his way to get to Helsinki, and then by that next day, he was driving into Ukraine to go save these 22 kids. And it's just so brave and just so heroic that he would literally see, like, I don't know about you, like, you see it on the news and you're like, this is really rough to watch because you feel so useless in front of it. Well, he saw it and he's like, I'm going to save 22 kids. And he did. It was amazing. So last week he got that. And so I went over to see him because so many of you and so many people in our parish and so many parishioners, so many people want to know, what can we do? Like, we want to do something. But it feels like it's too overwhelming. Like, what am I going to do? Go assassinate Putin? Well, I don't think I would. Anyway, that's another subject. But it's, so what did he do? He went to that. So I sat with him yesterday to just understand, like, what can our grouping do for him in order to support these people who are all, being put through a war without them doing a thing wrong. And so it's interesting because, like, he has 4 or 5 people that he knows, like nuns, a group of nuns that are in Poland on the border of the Ukraine border, and now thousands and hundreds of thousands of people are leaving there. And these nuns have turned their convent into a place of, like, medical assistance, food, water, refugee, whatever, And then he knows another priest, not all that they couldn't, obviously there's over 70,000 orphans in Ukraine. And so he was able to get 22 out, but 22 in front of 70,000. So he has a priest friend who used to run a lot of the orphans that's in Ukraine, trying to go around making sure the kids are safe. And so we're trying to set up efforts to help. His name's Father Roman. So we're going to try to have efforts to try to help him up. And then these nuns who are on the border. And then there's another priest that's literally in the country trying to just help families and people who are going through these awful situations. Plus the guy, his name's Mikola, who's taking care of the 22 kids, plus I think he saved 14 other people that just randomly got on his bus as they were leaving Ukraine, and they're in Lithuania now. So these 4 boots on the ground efforts that right now we're naming the Father Jason, Ukraine relief efforts. And so I mention that because Father Jason is called Father Jason. And it's so beautiful to just reflect upon the fact that he wants to be a father to these people that feel like orphans. And when Jesus is asked, how do you pray? How does he start his prayer? By saying, Our Father. Now, regardless of whether your dad's here or not on earth, it's good for us to realize, in some sense, we're orphans. In some sense, we need spiritually rescued. We need, and how much do we desire for, like a Father Jason, to come to our help? All of us, as we're on earth, are orphans. It's just these kids actually recognize it. We deny it. And so it's as if there's this challenge that Jesus gives us in the Our Father, that the most basic needs, like bread, are something that our Father wants to give to us. And so I don't know what it is in this Lenten journey, how it's going for you, but I guarantee that our Father in heaven wants to rescue us, so much so that he sent his Son to die for us. We should never get used to that. We should only be more open to it. So maybe tonight, as we go to bed, we could just think about the heroic efforts of Father Jason and think about the heroic efforts of God the Father to rescue us, to be with us, to want us to have safe harbor. Because, yeah, Father Jason's a good man, but he has his flaws. So do I. So do we all. But our Father in heaven, he's a perfect Father. He's a perfect rescuer. And so if the bravery of Father Jason inspires you, how much more can our Father in heaven inspire you to allow him to rescue you, to love you, and to even nurture you?